Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're gonna really jump right in and let you all know what's going on in the coming weeks within your CEO. So for some of you all who have been a part of the A Club, you have been noticing that we had a wonderful session this past Monday and Wednesday with Terry, where he talked about emotional intelligence. And if you are an A Club member, you were definitely enjoying those sessions that we're having, but there are more sessions to come. So if you're out there and you are in any of our URCO groups, our Facebook group, you have heard about URCO and how the movement is continuing. And we have those that are going through the you versus you movement. And we have all of our gear that we're wearing. We're wearing the lifestyle. We're becoming better, both in our professional careers, business, and in our life. And that's what it's really all about. But with these coaching sessions that are coming up, I want to give you some insight to what is to come. So I will have some special guests. I see that some of you all are on now. I see about 10 people in the room. This will be a highly interactive session, and we'll have more sessions to come. So what I'm going to do is put a link, if you're on the Facebook group, especially if you're in our URCO movement group, I'm going to put a link, and if you have the time and you have any questions about future sessions, you can jump right in. I may have a few of the team members that are part of URCO. We have some special guests on Monday that will be helping. I'm going to put a link in the description on the chat here, and you will be able to join. So I'm going to put this link right here, and if you see it, let me know if you see it. And if you want to interact with us, you'll be able to do that. So I actually have a phone call by one of the team members that are going to be joining in a second. And I see some of those people that are out there. I see Faye. I see someone mentioned, yes, sir, I literally have my A Club t-shirt on. Now, if you want to take a picture of that t-shirt, post it in our group. And also, I have some people that are giving high fives and thumbs up. So we are on Facebook in our Facebook group. Also, we're on YouTube. And if you want to leave a comment, I'll definitely show your comment. I have a Facebook user here. I don't see who they are, but they say they literally have on their t-shirt. And then I see someone giving their thumbs up. So I think this is Portia Carroll that is here. So I want to thank you all for jumping in today. And if you have any questions that you want to hear from Mr. Parker or any of the URCO team in the future, we will be having live coaching sessions. So what is the session that we're having for this coming week? And I may bring on some of the team members if they join and let them chime in on here. But the session that we have is on Monday at 12:30 p.m. And we're going to talk about grow your business. So we did do a survey, and we had a lot of people that are in the URCO A Club, those that are power members, and then those that are elite members. They are having access to some of the coaching sessions. So they will be giving us feedback on questions that they want us to answer. And we'll review some of those questions. But if you have more questions, there are entrepreneurs that are in URCO. And if you have any questions, this is the group that you want to be in. This is the area that you want to jump in. Those coaching sessions are powerful. You can send in your questions ahead of time, and we'll answer those questions in the coaching session. So I did add a link, and I don't know if some of the team members are there and they see it, but there's a link that I add. I think Darian, he just mentioned that he still have on his t-shirt. How you doing, Darian? We have some more team members that are jumping in. So we have some people that are jumping in on the live stream here. And again, if you want to join in, I will leave the comment again, and I'll put the link over here for those that are on Facebook. And again, it'll give you a little link. You can click on that link and you can join me in this conversation if you have any questions, and you'll be able to jump right in. So if you don't know, I'm going to show my screen and I'm going to go through what we're going to talk about a little bit for Monday's event. And I think you all will definitely get some insight on that. So some people are saying, hi, how you doing? I think I just saw someone else that just said hi to me on the, I think it's a few more people that are jumping in. So it's cool. We're going to give, some of you all are going to see this in the replay, and then some of you all will see this now. But what I want to do is share my screen, and let me do that real quick. So I want you all to see what we have to come. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, give you all some insights here. All right. So I have the website, the URCO website, and some of you are in the group. Some of you are A Club members, and then some of you all are Elite and Power members. So this session is for those people who are Power members, where we do it live. But if you are an Elite member, you will also have access to some of the coaching sessions in the future. So if you haven't already, join the A Club, go to urco.com. You want to be inside of the app, and we have a full-blown app for all of our members, our A Club members. We have a social network platform. We have Uplift. We have, access to CLTV. And just to give you some more insight on that, when you go to URCO and you want to join, you'll see that we have different areas, and you'll see that we have this power circle with Michael E. Parker. So this is a live session. It's interactive. You can be able to join. You can, contribute and give your questions, and then we'll answer those questions at a future time. So I'm going to go over some of the topics that we will cover. And I'm going to give this as an example. In the Power Circle session inside of the group, we did go over some questions that we received here. And we talk about start, manage, and grow your business in some of the entrepreneurial series that we do. And one of those areas, we noticed that we got a lot of people that asked questions and they wanted some feedback. So I'm going to go to the home of that group, and let me go back here. Let me see. How do I get back? I may have to just move this out the way. Let me go back to the home of the group. 1 second. Where is it? This is all this other stuff here. So I'm going to go back to the group. All right. So I want to show you some of the questions that have come in. Here we go. I'll move this to the side here and let this page load. So this is the Power Circle group, and this is what we're currently using to make sure that everyone has access to see some of those questions. And this is, again, currently Power members have access to this, and they have access to these sessions, and they can contribute. Under discussions, we sent some posts out recently. And my browser is moving slow here. All right, and we created a poll here. Okay, I moved back here, discussion. And we created a poll, and in this poll, we asked a lot of people, and if you're already a Power member and you're in there and you're participating in this, please make sure that you go in and fill out the survey, because we're still looking at the poll here. And we see that a lot of members are asking about how to create the power, how to create their value ladder. Some people are asking about writing a sales headline. And then some people said all of the above, identifying your dream market. So these are items that our business owners or entrepreneurs are sending. And of course, this is what we're going to talk about in some of the sessions. And speaking about some of the sessions, of course, some of these sessions will be done by Michael E. Parker. Some of them will be done by some of his team. And we have one of the members that will be actually joining. I think we have Alila. How you doing, Alila?
Hi, doing good. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
I definitely hear you great. So Alila will be one of the actual coaches in this coming session, and she will be helping to talk about some of the topics. And again, some of the individuals here, some people said they want to definitely join in on some of the platforms, and some of them are power members. They have submitted their question. They remember doing the survey, but it seemed like everything is kind of in that grow your business area. So just to give a high level overview of what's going to happen on Monday, again at 12:30 PST time. So what are we going to really get into when we talk about growing your business? What you think, Alila?
There's so much you can get into. We're talking about growing a business. I'm really excited for Monday's session. And the biggest thing when you talk about growing your business, you definitely think about sales. How in the world do I get more eyeballs? How do I get more sales? And there's a process of doing that. You can't just go and grab the sales. You have to really understand who you're selling to. You have to understand what you're selling. It has to be clear so everyone understands it. And you have to message it in a way that is appealing to people. So it's a lot to talk about when you talk about growing your business or growing your brand.
Good. And most entrepreneurs, when they're joining or just getting started, or if they've done it for some years, they know they're going to be in one of those three categories: start, manage, and grow your business. Now, within grow your business, there is a core dilemma that I think we're going to be planning to address. And that's really, if I do have a product that's already existing, how do I actually go about, selling that product to grow my business? So what do you think some of the things that we definitely want to make sure we're pulling from some of those people that'll be attending the event? What do they get in that area when we really discuss some of those topics like that?
Selling, there's a difference between marketing and sales. And so when you're talking about selling your product, we really have to I go back to what are you selling? And we have to understand, how do you have conversations that are geared more toward interest? And then there's conversations geared more toward selling. What are those types of conversations? What do those look like? How do you frame those conversations in a way where you're not the pushy salesman, but you actually can engage and interest people in your unique solutions? So there's a lot, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight about it.
Okay, good. And some of those individuals that are commenting, I do think that is some of the areas that, they brought up before is, how do I sell? How do I engage? How do I make sure that I'm not getting trapped in, and, if I'm trying to sell or if I'm trying to nurture a person. So I think that's very imperative to grow your business. And at the end of the day, there are a lot of entrepreneurs that we see that are even in our Facebook group that you can tell they're moving toward, social media posting and how to engage different individuals. Some of them, they may be talking about their event inside of the Facebook group, but I noticed that some of them are, really taking off. And then there are some that are deeper, that are members, that are A Club members, that they're getting good content. And then there's this power membership that I'm seeing that they're really taking advantage of. So I think that is really cool that there's sessions that they can actually attend and they can interact and give some of their feedback. So if you have any questions about some of those events that are going to be in the future, and you want to really be in the know of, really be there, get your questions answered, definitely you want to again become either a power member now, or you can work toward that later. But that is something that is imperative if you have a business. So I think another topic that may come up is, and you see it here again, I showed on the survey here that we did. I'm going to go to this view here. Some of them left comments too. Some of them even said, what about YouTube production? Business and entrepreneurs, business owners and entrepreneurs, they have a lot of questions that they want answered. And we noticed that a lot of this is around growing your business. So we want you to jump in if you want to comment or if you want to ask a question. definitely make sure you take advantage of these. So let's kind of put these three topics, the top ones that we see here, and maybe we can just give a little bit of what they will kind of hear on Monday. So the dream customer, identifying your dream market is one area. Then how do I create a value ladder for my business? So if you come to the session on Monday, we may talk about how to create a value ladder. Now, all these are tools to help grow your business. If you don't know what a value ladder is, you need to be in this session if you're trying to grow your business. And then the last one is, how do I create catchy headlines? And those are the top, and there are more questions, but what are some of your thoughts on just those three topics along those three questions? Is there any order that I should go in? Can I focus on my value ladder first? Can I focus on headlines, or should I focus on, identifying my customer? So those are the three top things that we're seeing. What's some of your thoughts on some of those questions that came in?
I think those are great questions. So everyone that answered those questions, put those in the poll. Those are great questions. And I can't wait to dig into those questions because we definitely have some answers for you. There is an order that you should go to when you think about growing your business. You mentioned the value ladder. That's a huge concept when you talk about a value ladder and what that means for your business model and everything that you're offering. And then if you're trying to sell something, you have to know who you're selling to. So your market, your dream customer, making sure that that's clear. And then making sure that your headlines are catchy. So I won't give it away, but there is an order that you can go in that makes this flow very seamlessly for your business. So you'll have to wait till Monday to hear that order of what that is. And we're going to dig into a little bit more.
I think that's good. So if you haven't joined, again, you definitely want to be in this session and definitely take advantage of seeing if there's an order to some of those questions. There's the chicken before the egg saying that is out there. So we want to make sure that you're kind of knowing where to start with some of these questions, because some things you may have to set up and then, it helps somebody unlock the answers for some of the other questions. So before we jump off this call, I know that there are some individuals that are on and they're listening and they want to know, again, some of the topics that we may talk about in the future in these coaching sessions is how to start your business. Then we may go into how to manage your business. And then there's grow your business. And there'll be many other topics, but these are just some of the ones that we may, just touch on Monday. But we're going to really dive deep into how to grow your business, because most entrepreneurs, that's, when we talk, that's like the first thing they want to know is, I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to expand. Why do you think just saying growing your business compared to manage and start, that's what's happening? Even though we go and ask some of these individuals, that's the first thing that they're saying. Why do you think that is, what's happening now, Leela?
It's so popular because that's where everyone sees the money is, right? So if you ask an entrepreneur, what they're working on, they're going to always probably say growing their business. I've found that when you dig a little deeper and kind of pull back the layers, some may say the word grow, but they're really trying to really start. And, something that we do in URCO is we really drill down into what does it really mean to start a business? What does it really mean to manage a business? What does it really mean if you're at the phase of growing your business? So growing is popular because people think of everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows what I offer, and they're just ready to buy from me. So I'm trying to grow my business for more people can see it, so more people can see it. But it really has to do more with making sure you have a foundation for your business and then growing that foundation. So we'll talk more about that.
No, that's good. That's good. I think we have some team members that are in the chat a little bit here. There are some questions that are coming in even now. So I will bring some of those up in a second. Let me move this out the way. Again, if you want to join the conversation, I'm going to put the link in the description one more time, and you can click on that link. And that link, when you click on it, let me make sure it's in both the Facebook and URCL. Are you all able to see that link there? I guess, let me change this here. Are you all able to see the link? We put the link in the bottom. Some of you all are clicking on it. I do see that. Okay, and I'm gonna put it in Facebook. Make sure that you have it. I think I have Lashana. She may join in a second. She said, I can join the conversation. Let me in. Maybe she can jump in. And I will go to one of these questions in a moment. So one user asks, when you speak of growth, is it always have to do with money? So what are the dimensions of growth? That is something that we may definitely talk about on Monday, but that is a good question. So what say you on that, Alila?
I would say it doesn't have to do directly with money all the time, but at the end of the day, it's the bottom line to business. That's the point of being in business, is that you do want to turn a profit. So no, it doesn't always have to do directly with money, but there are indirect things that you can grow in your business that should impact your bottom line eventually. So it's kind of a yes and a no.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So some individuals that are getting ready to look at how they're growing, some of them may want to grow the number of users. Some of them just want to, they talk about growing your following or your tribe. Some people just want to grow that, and they know that it'll make it easier to sell in the future. But when they're setting up and looking at how their business is growing, you don't want to just focus on the money side, even though that will be important. But there's dimensions and different parts of growing your business. Good. So I think everyone is really liking the information. Some individuals have said that they see the link. I'm going to try to open this up over here, and I may refer to it in a moment here. But just within those three topics, again, if you haven't joined the URCO movement overall as an A Club member, you do want to be an A Club member. You'll be inside of the app. And inside of the app, we have a lot to offer. And of course, if you are planning on becoming a club elite or a power member, you will benefit from these type of sessions. So again, I will point that out, and I will show you all what's to come. So I'm going to show one last thing before we look at the last few topics that we have here. Inside of URCO, we have where individuals, they can also upgrade if they want. They can begin to become a elite member or power member. One question that we always have is, if I'm not able to make it, I think one individual said, if I'm late to it, let me see, I can join on Monday, 30 minutes late, or should I watch it later? So this is a question that we have, and I don't know why it's not pulling up the name of the individual, but this is a very good question. So what we want to explain is that if you are a power member, these are live sessions. This is where you come in and you say, you fill out some of these polls that we have, but you also may come in and say, I have this question. It's going to be Zoom. We're going to use Zoom, a Zoom link. You're going to be on video. If you look in the description of this, you'll have some of the details of the event, but you want to be there live if you can. Most business owners, they have that flexibility in their schedule to stop, whether it's during a lunch break, and they can jump in. There will be times that they can, jump on the Zoom and we can hear them audibly. We can see their video and they can ask questions live. So it's very important to be there, but we will make it where you should be able to review it a little bit later, but the biggest advantage is to be there live. So Lila, you have any comments about that? The importance of being there live?
I agree. The biggest thing that we see with entrepreneurs is needing those answers to questions. And so at URCO, we've created this platform. Michael E. Parker's a power circle. It's going to be him and his team. We're going to mix it up, but you're going to get the resources that you need as a small business owner. And so these sessions are powerful. And like Marcus said, the real juice is in being there live, because your exact question can get answered. You can, of course, there's times where you'll be able to watch it recorded afterwards, things like that. But to get your specific question answered in a way and be able to ask more questions, it's got to be there live. So you definitely got to be a power member.
Okay, good. Have another question here. How long are the trainings? So do you have an answer for that?
These are 90 minutes, so between an hour and a half. And you don't have to, I would say try to block out those 90 minutes when you can. But even if you can only join for a portion of it, it's good to join live for as long as you can. So between an hour and a half, and you'll be able to see the full session if you can block those out. And we'll have them scheduled in plenty of time, so you should be able to block out your schedule.
Okay, good. So I think those are all the questions that we do have. Before we close again, I do want to thank you all. Let some of the other members know, share this link, let them know on Monday at 12:30 PST time that we will have a live session. And it's really geared for entrepreneurs. It's geared for those who are really focused on growing their business. It's going to be a 90-minute session, and we're going to cover 3 specific areas based on those questions. So, how do I find my dream market or your dream customer? How do I create a value ladder for my business? And again, a value ladder is a sales tool that helps you, bring people in. We'll talk about that. That's a critical tool that Mr. Parker talks about in some of his previous sessions. Then how do I create headlines? So headlines is like if you're getting ready to, grow your following, or you're doing any type of articles, emails, any type of content. A lot of them start with a really catchy headline to get people attention. And that's when they come in and buy your product, and it helps to grow your business. But how do you even write that? I think there's a lot of science that's baked into that. So those are the 3 categories and topics that we'll cover. Before we sign off, Alila, do you have any closing remarks?
I think it's good. So I think you did a great job of explaining what's coming. I'm excited again. I can't wait. And there's all different types of entrepreneurs. So if you are somebody that, whether you are in business, you've started your business, or you have a side thing that you're turning into a business, whatever it is, you're going to get something from this Power Circle session. So Monday, 12:30 Pacific time. Can't wait to see you there.
Good. And we got another question that just came in. So they're asking the question, is this just for people who are already members, or can you invite others to the training? Well, we know that you want to invite anyone, those that are in the URCO app. You can invite anyone to become a part of URCO as an A Club member. But this is, again, for those who will be power members that can join live. And, you're getting a lot of all the knowledge and experience that Mr. Parker has had over the years. You're going to get a lot of that where you can come in, and he has other coaches that are there that can help. And this is, again, if you have a business, it's a great investment tool for you to have, because you can have a session. You can talk about start, manage, and grow. There's a lot of topics within each one of those. So this is for those individuals. So short answer, yes, you can invite them to become one of these members. Again, I'll show the memberships. So you can invite them to become a member. And let me pull this down here. And if they are a power member, that's where I have it highlighted. You can be a part of the session. There are training sessions that we have that are for elite members, but this is something that is definitely targeted toward those individuals who are entrepreneurs and ready to make that investment. So definitely take advantage of that, and you'll definitely have a great time. So I'm going to close it from there. And I do want to thank you all for joining. We will be engaging you all more in the group in this fashion, and you all can be prepared in the future. If you have any questions, you can jump in live, and you can stream live directly, and you can ask some of your questions here in the group. So I definitely want to thank you all for being here, and we will talk to you all later.